Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, this is another episode of the 94 Feet Podcast. This is a special episode. I ain't gonna hold you. This is the pre-Super Bowl episode / trade deadline special. Real quick, gentlemen, this is a basketball podcast. Before we even get the introductions in, this is all the top. We know we know who Tone, our producer, is going for. Who y'all going for? Eagles, the Chiefs, Super Bowl.
I do not care.
I swear, Packer fans are the worst. Who you got, Kesey? You the same way?
I don't care.
I swear.
I will watch.
I just like watching a good game.
We'll watch.
When it ain't your team, it's just like I just watch a good game. But at the end of the day, I'm not rooting for anybody.
So you don't care at all?
I'm a loyal fan. I'm not a bandwagon jumper.
I'll say this. In honor of Black History Month, I am happy that both starters are African-American quarterbacks. I am happy about that, but I really don't care who
But if I really got to choose, Philly all the way.
Really?
I like Mahomes because Mahomes has the potential of beating Tom Brady's record of quarterbacks. So if I had to pick, I would say silently I'm cheering for Mahomes and company, but I really don't care.
Wow.
Thanks.
I'm going for Chiefs.
Anybody not surprised?
As you know, my team is the rival of the Eagles, and I ain't gonna hold you, man. They the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst.
You have learned to accept that.
No, they are the worst. Okay. Philadelphia fans hanging from the light poles, acting a fool, standing on cars, doing the most.
I seen a stat the other day, and it said that Dallas has the most first round exits in a row than anybody
We're not
in
here talking
NFL
about
history.
Dallas, though. We're not here talking about.
I just want you to know that.
I know that. I watched Dallas pretty.
While he
frequently.
always shaming us,
Because that's all what he be doing. I'll just say this. The Dallas Cowboys will give Mike McCartney 2 more years before they hire Deion Sanders. That's all they doing.
Nah.
They just getting ready for Deion to come back and bring them Cowboys to glory. Because just like Deion can recruit at the college level, he's going to have that same impact when he becomes an NFL coach. Mark my word, in the next 3 to 5 years, Deion Sanders will be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
I guarantee it.
Number one, that won't happen.
Okay.
Number two, that's why we don't have a football podcast.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Just
Anyways.
no, you can't throw a shot and say anyway. Just like KD not getting traded by Thursday was ridiculous. Yeah,
one not the one who said it.
we both said it.
Hey, you gonna be gone? That's what y'all. You know what? I'm not even gonna go here.
I'm saying,
Anyways,
man,
you get with the
but I
introductions.
said it.
Can I
I
get
said
my introductions?
I told y'all
Okay,
he
introduction.
will be traded by the deadline. That's all I want to say.
Enjoy the big game. We can't legally say the other thing. We can't say bowl super. So enjoy the big game.
Anyways,
Go ahead, Keith.
I'm here with my brother Kesey.
What's good, good people? Good to be in the building again. What's good, my brothers?
I'm here with my brother Dre,
Yo, I'm happy to be back in the seat to talk some basketball. Crazy week, y'all.
and this is your boy Big Zeke. Usually we do the injury report around this time, but we're gonna skip all that this week just because we want to get this is a trade line just passed. We want to get teams get acclimated to their new teams and stuff like that. But due to injuries, Stephen Curry, KD, and Zion Williamson would not be in the All-Star game. They will be replaced by Anthony Edwards, DeAndre
There's
Fox,
no way on God's
and
green earth you could be sitting down.
Siakam. What's the
Siakam.
Siakam? Is that what it is? What's that first name? What's his first name?
Pronounce it. Say it.
Pascal Siakam.
There you go. All right. So that is your injury update, to say the
Yes.
least. But now that that's out the way, let's get into the real drama, the real chaos.
I don't appreciate you taking the injury report from me, but go ahead.
You never
Let's
did.
go. Spit it out.
There we go. Okay, so this Tuesday. Well, first of all, let's give us some history. Let me just prepare myself mentally.
Yeah, prepare yourself.
On Tuesday of this week versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, LeBron James broke. Can I get there first? Can I get there first? Can I
It's
get
really
there?
like-
Let me just get it out. Let me just get it out there first. Can I say it first? Can I say it
You know
first?
what? To be honest with you, you
Go get out to Casey, man. Let Casey do it.
Come on, man.
Go
Come on,
get
give me
to
my
Casey.
moment, man.
Can I,
Give me my moment.
Can I say it first? Oh
go
my
pass
God.
the ball to the power forward.
This week versus
I appreciate,
this
I
Tuesday.
appreciate everybody for listening to the 94 Feet podcast. And I just want to say, on Tuesday this week, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, LeBron James broke the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar leading scoring record. Shout out to the King.
You can push the button?
You good.
Come on, man. You know that's my moment, man. King James, man.
First, can I get it out first?
Shout out to the King, man.
Still not.
Legendary, man.
Anyways, but you know, he broke the record. That was all good. But with every celebration, there's drama behind it. And as we've seen, there is a video, many videos of Anthony Davis sitting down on the bench while LeBron James and the rest of the Staples Center celebrated this historic moment.
Okay.
For first of all,
Let him get through the intro.
first of all,
Yeah, your moment.
I just wanted to. What I wanted to do is a couple things. We all seen the video, correct? Did we all see the video?
I did. I watched it live.
You seen the video?
No, I didn't really care.
What you
I've
mean
heard
you
about
can't?
it, but I didn't care. And I'll tell you why.
You know what? I'm going to. Well, I
This
want
is
to
my
play these,
moment.
I wanted to do these clips first.
And we ain't
before.
gonna let nobody ruin our moment.
Tony, you got the clips. Yeah, the two I sent you. Those are toward the end of the day. Well, first, I know how you feel about it, Dre. I know. We'll see what happens with me and Dre. I don't know how we feel. We know how you feel about it. You know, anybody slighting your boy.
Yeah, I'm objective.
I didn't
You're
even get.
just-
I didn't even get to say anything. You didn't even know what I'm finna say.
You know what, Kesey? While we wait for the videos, are they ready?
So
Hold on a second. Are you ready?
You
Exactly.
sent me the videos after the show started, so
yeah, point guard.
They,
He got to the game.
they really.
Yeah, let's go there. Now, before we go to the second video, do you agree with Jason? Do you agree with Jalen Rose analysis of the?
I do not. I don't take it as jealousy.
Mhm.
It's taking a back seat like he's supposed to do to the King. Let him have his moment. That's how I feel. It ain't that big of a deal to me.
That just went over your head, and I'm shocked. That went over your head.
I mean, everybody's perspective of it can be different, but to me, how could it be jealousy? What makes it jealousy? Because he sat down.
The actions make it jealous. The actions make it hating. As a LeBron James fan, you should be offended, number one, because LeBron hit the shot that broke the record and everybody cheered.
Every
AD,
time he got the ball, everybody was on their
Yes.
feet. Every time he got the ball, everybody was on their feet.
AD, not only did he not stay on the court, what do kids do when they're like, if you tell your son, my nephew, go to your room, what do kids typically do?
Pout.
They pout and they stump to the. That's what he did. When Bron made the basket, he pouted and like stumped over to the bench and slouched down and had a frown the entire segment of LeBron breaking that record. Now, until Jalen Brown's video, those were not Jalen Rose video, that wasn't going to be my commentary. My commentary was going to be, AD was having a bad game, and he was.
Mhm.
Secondly, they were losing a lot at that point.
Hold that thought. Play the second one. Play the second one, Tom. Okay.
We are not that young.
We would not. We were. I was like, what? You know, I'm all for old school, but I took it back.
Yeah, so you know when we're talking about what Anthony Davis did, we have to look that they were also losing,
Mm-hmm.
and he was having a bad game.
Should the moment oversee, because some people could look at that as you should oversee the moment if you are you're having a bad game, y'all losing. I get all that, but there's still a moment in where this is something that first of all, the record is about old as us,
39 years old almost.
and so the fact that he didn't celebrate that as a basketball fan, and it took away, well, I'm having a bad game, we losing, I'm mad. Anthony Davis, don't act like winning is that important to you. And I'm saying that because there was one point at the beginning of this season where, man, I ain't touched a basketball since April. What you mean you ain't touched a basketball since April? See, the love of the game should oversee you having a bad game.
Yes.
And I feel like if it was Kobe, if it was
MJ,
or if it was something that, I just feel like it'd be different circumstances. And Jalen Rose summed it up. This is not only your teammate, this is somebody you won a championship with in that same jersey that you have on right now. So you need to celebrate. And let's say you don't even feel like that. You fake it. You stand up, you clap your hands, give them a round of applause. You don't sit down because it's a bad look for your team. And I don't have a clip of this, but they of course they approached Anthony Davis about it because this is 2023. Cameras are everywhere. No, man, I'm not gonna answer that question. You know what I'm saying? LeBron know how much love I got for him. So he do, but we don't. So for you to sit down in the middle of his special moment, it shows pettiness. It shows pettiness. It shows immaturity. It shows whatever. Now, as me, y'all expect me to hate. But even and that, if I'd have been in Staples Center, guess what? Stand up, give him applause.
What did you think LeBron had to say about that?
I think LeBron is the type of person. I think LeBron is media trained enough to know not to say anything about that. But in the back of his head, that's a moment we're like, all right, I see you.
So basically, he's saying,
I see you.
June, you traded, motherfucker.
Pretty much. Like you, that's how you feel. All right,
we got cool. You out of here too. You get out of here too. You can take your.
I don't think it was. I think the thing. I don't think
Russ.
I see. Anthony Davis is one of those guys who's also so talented that it's not going to take away from him. Like they said, they're not going to trade him away. That's not a tradable offense. But it's one of the things you're like, all right, I see. So if something comes up better, guess what? I can see you. I can see you getting traded.
You can see that.
I can see that, but. I sent y'all a clip earlier today.
Nah, because
I sent y'all a clip.
I seen that Triple D. Did you see the comment?
What?
The comment.
Comment on the what?
Day-to-day Davis. Triple D.
I didn't say that. No, I was going to say I sent y'all a clip. If Anthony Davis ran on the floor, he'd have sprained his ankle, and we'd have been mad about that.
I know, but at one of the comments under there said Triple D. Day-to-day Davis.
I love it.
So it's one of those things where it's like, but it's just an ugly look. I mean, we talk crazy to each other, and we kind of low key hate.
Yeah, you do.
Dre don't be talking crazy to nobody.
Nope.
He don't be bragging about nothing.
Nothing at all.
Unless you ask him about some buck seats. Anyways, unless you ask him about some buck seats, then he. But anyway, that's my thing.
The world need to stop being so judgmental, man. Let the man be, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, they were losing. He was playing horrible. Give him a pass, man. It is.
You don't get a pass. Not for that. Because what else was worse than that? On top of Anthony Davis, let's talk about the jealousy on the face of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that entire game.
It wasn't jealousy. He an old man.
No.
He is an old
jealous.
Kareem lost the last thing he's known.
That is it. It was jealous.
Oh, he's an old man.
Bro, he didn't crack a smile until they put him on the court because he knew
he's an old man.
No, for 39 years, I am relevant to the NBA. When you talk about records for 39 years, I was on the throne. For 39 years.
Here's my thing. When the last time first of all, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, everybody think he hate them.
He's a Bucks hater. Let's start there.
Everybody think he hates them because they talk to Shaq, And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar like, this is a perfect platform. Shaq, I heard you think I hate you. Like, well, I thought you
he's
did.
getting older, so he better mend some fences.
Oh man, please.
No.
So I
Listen,
so you
that's y'all talking about Anthony Davis, but like he said, I watched Kareem face the whole game.
he was chilling.
No, he was
chilling.
he was pissed.
He was
He
chilling.
looking like another shot, another shot,
Yep.
another shot,
Yep.
He was
another
like,
shot, dang, another
You know,
shot.
he was just looking like
And when he came up, it really wasn't even a real like genuine
they had their
approach
issues.
to like you the king now of the scoring record.
He has been one of the most critical former players of LeBron James.
Yes.
Which is why I know he did not like having to hand that man that ball.
I don't
One of
think
the
so.
things I like about, are we still doing a second video or are we beyond that? Do we still need it?
We're beyond
Yeah.
that.
If you think about what LeBron James have meant for the game of basketball, everybody that has dogged him has to acknowledge him. Paul Pierce has to acknowledge him.
He did say he was the GOAT now.
Okay, he has to. You don't have a choice. Kareem, you had to acknowledge him. Michael Jordan, you have to acknowledge him. You have to acknowledge the fact that whether we like that LeBron left, whether we like the fact that he's 4-10 in the finals or whatever the god-awful record is,
Mhm.
you have to acknowledge the fact that LeBron James is basketball. He is the NBA. And like we said on
This
Twitter,
error.
that record will probably go untouched for another close to 40 years because
Oh.
there's not an active player now even close to him. The closest, as we mentioned, was KD, and he's like 16 and off by thousands. Not only did LeBron beat Kareem's record, he did it in 1,000 less games. He did it in hundreds less minutes. And he did it in an era of basketball where Kareem was a big. Kareem controlled the center. No one contested the sky hook. Everybody can test everything that LeBron does on the court in terms of shots.
Hold on a second. Are you
Thank you, brother.
Come on,
Thank
man.
you,
Speak
brother.
for the book of truth.
You gotta give credit where credit's due.
You gotta give it.
You got to.
Time
You
out,
got
time
to.
out,
You
time
gotta
out.
give
Hold
it.
on, hold on a second. Hold on a
And-
second.
and-
Hold on a second here.
You know
Because
I'm normally not
you
quiet,
got
but you keep
swept.
preaching. Hold on. Don't you interrupt that, brother. Preach.
And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who is now one, he'll be two. But here's the beauty in number two. He'll hold on to number two for the next 20 years because there's no one even close to number
Nobody will even catch Kareem.
No.
Nobody would catch either one of
No,
those records.
Because people ain't leaving from high school anymore. They suck. Let's cut the crap here. That's number one. Number
And-
two, I
and-
can't believe you got
and-
sucked in
and-
to that
and
Stephen B moment. You got
and
sucked into that Stephen B moment.
nobody comes in their rookie year scoring 20 points a game.
two. We have to be sucking in everything that is factual.
You sure?
What did I not say that was factual?
No, I'm not saying everything you said. First of all, some of the stuff you saying weren't factual. It's just you
what
were
wasn't
saying
factual?
you were because okay. First of all, the skyhook was pretty much a shot that was unblockable. Let's start there.
I said that he was he was controlling the lane with the skyhook.
Yes, but don't sit here and say LeBron. You made it seem like you painted a picture like LeBron James had a harder
He did.
trip to get to
He
this
did.
point.
He did.
LeBron James has
did.
been in the league since he was 18 years old. LeBron James spends $1 million on his body.
Kareem was the only person.
I didn't want to
dunking
say
back
this,
then.
but as far as Jordan out on his list, he got the real nigga. He got like a real nigga, smoking and drinking,
Kareem
drinking,
was the only
having
one. Kareem was the only one
and
dunking back
dodging
then.
AIDS.
You forgot they stopped the rule of dunking because of Kareem. Kareem was the only one dunking. Think about that.
Oh my God. All I know is this: Skip Bayless is always good for a good tweet.
Oh.
LeBron James has played 338 more games than Michael Jordan did. Yet Michael Jordan has won 10 scoring titles compared to LeBron James 1. MJ, 3 steal titles. LeBron James, none. Michael Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year, and 9 times first
Stop,
team All
stop,
Defensive Player.
stop.
Whoa! Can I finish? You had your statement moment. Can I say finish? Okay. All D compared to LeBron James 5. LeBron, MJ 5 champ MVPs. LeBron James 4.
Absolutely.
MJ 6-0 in the finals.
6-0 in the finals. I agree.
LeBron is 4-6.
Okay.
MJ 8 assists and 89 free throw percentage 84. LeBron James is 74.
So you
MJ GOAT run
you-
away.
So let me go here. Let me just say this.
So
you-
I just want to say real quick. This
Go
is my
ahead.
this is my question I'm proposing.
No,
Because
I
they've been talk.
I need to respond to that.
What do you mean
before-
respond to this?
I need to respond to that
To
before you
what?
pose your question. Don't lose your question. First of all, let me make it clear to Basketball America. I am not, nor will I ever call LeBron James better than Michael Jordan. That's the side of argument me and Keith.
So you're just making a point for him to be he beat the record and he's number 2 still.
I am making.
Is that what you're making point?
When I'm making a point, people like you and Skip Bayless are the people that go up to a recovering drug addict or recovering offender to say, "Man, I remember when you used to rob people.
I remember when you was smoking dope in the
I
alley.
remember when you was drunk as a skunk."
Mm-hmm.
Let people enjoy their moment. That was
Enjoy
tacky.
your moment.
That was not you. Skip Bayless is one tacky, one disrespectful, one closet. I can't call him a racist because he's hard on everybody.
Thank you.
But Skip Bayless is one closet. Kesey called, and y'all know I don't like to use derogatory words, but Kesey called that old garbage franchise Memphis player. He called him a punk. Skip Bayless is a big punk because Skip Bayless is the internet punk that
Is he
hides
not-
behind his
Is
Twitter.
he not speaking facts?
He's
though?
speaking,
He's a punk.
but it was a fact that didn't need to be
Is-
said.
Is
No.
it facts?
None of
It's
that.
a fact.
What did that have?
Stop it.
But
It
how,
has
what did
nothing to
what
do
did what
with
did any of that have to do with
Hey.
with LeBron?
Because word on the street was LeBron James the GOAT now. He had to bring a reality check.
But
Hey, here's the real GOAT. Sorry, just to let you know. But here's my thing.
But he ain't the GOAT, so he can't do that. Michael Jordan can come say, "Yeah, but I got this and I got that." He ain't him.
And Michael congratulated him.
Yeah,
Michael congratulated him.
That's what,
Oh, God.
what y'all
He is the
expecting?
GOAT.
Public? We are expecting a public hate.
No, I'm
We've
expecting.
seen-
I'm expecting him to put some respect on his name for at least
Oh.
one night.
Skip
Hey,
Bayless is
24
Skip Bayless is the biggest hypocrite in the planet.
he is a trash human. Skip Bayless is a trash human.
Way
It
to
is
go, Skip.
it is one thing for us to have opinions on sports.
Mhm.
We do it. We're junior Skip Baylesses and Shannon Sharp. But Skip Bayless is a trash human, bro.
I'm
he
saying-
takes every situation at the wrong time and makes it about him, which is why players hate him.
No,
Which
that
is why
was
players hate him.
Skip Bayless is like, oh, y'all talking GOAT.
I don't even understand why he still got a job.
He said,
People
he
weren't
said, here's the
talking
GOAT. People weren't talking GOAT. Don't act like people weren't talking GOAT, Dre. You know it. Don't act like people weren't talking
But
GOAT.
my thing is, though, give the man his GOAT credit.
Let him have the GOAT for the night.
Nah,
Why not?
no, never.
Why not?
Because you need to know what's up.
He's the best player on the
Hey,
planet.
you know that
The best player-
mountaintop. You know that mountaintop you
The-
get into.
the best
You still
player-
not there.
the
I
best
don't
player
care
for
what
the
you
last
got.
20 years.
So,
Oh,
and I've
golly.
said that too. There hasn't been a player better. If we
20
su-
straight years, the best player on the planet. In the one night you can give him credit, you found something to despise
He
that.
had to let people know.
He is a filthy mother.
animal.
I'm not even gonna say.
Thank you.
I've been wanting to say something about him ever since I heard that argument with him and Shannon.
Well,
When he started calling, he was like, you would never the half the person, this person, that person,
Tom
that
Brady
person
was,
was. I
yeah.
ain't gonna say names.
Put your glasses back on.
let me ask y'all a
You
question.
filthy mother.
But before you
I
go,
will call you everything but a child of God today.
before you go,
And it ain't Sunday, so it's valid.
in the conversation of GOAT, I challenge NBA fans to think beyond the player. You think about the Mount.
No.
Let me finish. When you think about
That's
the
unfair.
Mount
That's unfair.
Rushmore, fine. George the GOAT. You're no argument out of me. He will forever be the GOAT.
Okay.
But when you think about the Mount Rushmore of the National Basketball Association,
Mhm.
LeBron James is one of the 4 presidents on that mountain.
He's not.
Bottom line,
He's not.
He
but
is.
That's fine.
On
He
what
is.
you say? What?
on
He's
Mount
not.
Rushmore, you have Michael Jordan, you have LeBron James, and the other 2 are up for argument in every circle. But at the end of the day, LeBron James is on Mount Rushmore because he'll likely go down as the second greatest of all time in many circles.
Number
But
one
when
greatest of all time in some circles.
In some,
Go
but when
ahead.
you look at the Mount Rushmore,
Don't be a
which,
hater.
as you know,
No, no,
and history teaches us, Mount Rushmore is what? 4 presidents.
Yeah.
So usually it's 4 GOATs.
Yeah.
And the GOAT, you got Michael, LeBron, and it's up for discussion.
The
for
other
the
2
other
is a
2.
roll of the dice.
So this is the thing, though. Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing
You
about
can
that.
say whatever you want to say, but at the end
Here's
of
the
the
thing
day,
about that. Here's the thing about
get a
that.
man a round of applause before you even say anything else.
You ready?
Shout out, LeBron.
All right, cool.
Appreciate
So
you,
the thing
man.
My
But
thing
what
is
you
this.
can do what you should have. Laker one still on there?
Oh,
Is the Laker one? Go ahead.
This is the Lakers sucked yesterday. They sucked again.
Because they still do. Suck.
let's say that for later.
Hold on.
But
No,
go ahead.
What?
listen.
Can we say it for later? Can we say it for
Yeah,
later?
let's,
See,
come on.
You all got to put some disrespect on it. That's what I'm talking about.
Bro, I just offended you for 23 minutes.
You filthy mother. You son of a.
Here's my thing.
Listen,
Here's my.
why you couldn't say that for the end? You should have said that for the end.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
But
though.
that's
Enough is never
but
enough.
but that's all right though.
Enough is never enough.
And I'll tell you this.
what?
What?
Don't you mother suckers jump on the bandwagon if this turns with the
Oh, it
players we
won't.
picked up.
It won't.
You think it won't.
No, it won't.
You don't know.
I just want to
Y'all
quick.
just
I
became
just want to put
injury
a quick.
2.0.
I just
How?
want to put a question mark on
You
it.
know, Russell,
Can I?
tell him to quit arguing.
Do you have to respond?
Yeah, well, I'm a man.
You know what? I'm sick of you mother.
I just want to
Hold
know.
on.
I just want.
Wait,
I got
hold on.
one question.
Come on, Tom. Say it again. Say it in the mic.
Like, if anything's gonna happen, Dre is gonna respond.
It'd be the smallest thing. Anyways, but the thing. I got one question for y'all.
Go ahead.
Now, LeBron James broke all-time leading. He's now all-time leading scorer in history, whatever. For career points, is he the greatest scorer of all time? This was a nice little debate. Is he the scorer of all time?
I'm gonna have to say no. And here's why.
I'll say yes.
Of course you would, but go ahead.
And
And
you
only,
go first. Go ahead.
and the only reason I say yes, it's not because he's a better assassin than Michael Jordan, but LeBron James can score all ways, whether he posts you up, whether he shoot the three, whether he take you off the dribble, whether he is on the fast break, whether he's coming off a screen. LeBron can score off of any situation that you put him in. And not every player can score that the way.
I go ahead. I'm gonna let Dre go first before I go.
Jordan was a great jump shooter. Great. Magnificent. But the fast break is king all day. And Jordan didn't have like the king. He was better at that.
Jordan didn't have what?
Was better at the fast break than LeBron. He was a better jump shooter than LeBron, hands down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the fast break, the greatest player to ever do it.
What were you watching?
I watch basketball. What are you talking
Clearly, you don't.
Clearly, I did.
If you think LeBron's fast break is better than MJ's,
Yeah.
I would have to.
You agree with that? Think about the fast break when LeBron is on the fast break.
LeBron James.
How many people have got out of the way?
Yeah, because LeBron
no,
James.
a poster.
No. No.
Exactly.
No. You know what it is?
That's not a compliment because old school players weren't afraid to take a poster dunk.
No.
That's Patrick Ewing.
I'm not saying
That's
that.
Clyde Drexler.
I'm not saying that. As soon as Dre relax, I'm saying when it comes to LeBron James, he is 6'8", 250. It's not that I want to be on a poster. I don't want to get hurt.
That's fair.
That's one thing. Number two, you can't tell me because Jordan was more of, and I my pick is Jordan because he can score all three levels, but it was more of a finesse. It was more of I'm not stronger than you, but I'm more creative than you. So when you come down the lane, LeBron James just punching it on you. And if he miss, he miss. If he don't, he don't. Most of the time he's stronger than you. But Jordan, it was finesse. Him doing that in the finals against the Lakers, and he went to scoop and hit it with the left hand, or him doing the 360 with the layup. I forgot who it was against, and he hit the backward shot like that's finesse. LeBron James can't do that. And then on top of that, LeBron James is over. I would say
LeBron can't do what?
Can't do what Jordan did.
Man, you smoking good dope today.
So
Because that's
Oh
how
my
he
God.
put people
Y'all
on posters.
smoking- y'all
Yes or no? Yes or no? He's stronger than most people he put on
Yo, you
posters.
smoking good dope today. You smoking that good dope today.
So let me say this to answer your question. Here's why I don't. Now, when you talk about best scorer, that's when you can use the argument of, well, it took LeBron X amount of games to get there,
Mhm.
or it took him X amount of minutes. When I think scorers, I think of people like KD who can drop 30 in his sleep.
Mhm.
You think about people like Steph Curry who can drop 30 and 40 from the 3-point line. Think
said.
can I keep going?
I mean, y'all been interrupting me. the whole
I
damn
have
time.
not. Go back and listen. I've actually been pretty polite here. When you watch the tape, you'll hear it, and you will.
I'm here live. I can see it. You're face to face. I can see you interrupting me.
Yeah, I have not. It's been your boy, but I think we kind of have moments here.
Both of y'all.
Have
But
moments
I
of
know
what?
you not.
I have
Continue.
not. I haven't even went there yet.
You haven't went there yet.
Not yet.
Well, let me tell you like this, folks. Let me tell you like this. When you about score, I can't give LeBron the best scorer
Mhm.
because every team and every era has great scorers, but he's the leading scoring because that just means he has the most points, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, right?
But how do you get points?
You score, but the point is, duh.
Duh, right? So who's the greatest scorer of all time then?
No, that doesn't mean
Come
you're
on,
the
man.
greatest. You're the
He's-
leading scorer, right? You're the leading scorer.
Okay, so then how can you not be considered the best scorer of
I
all
just
time?
Casey,
I
who's the
just
best scorer in the NBA right now?
I just told you how I feel.
Who's the best scorer in the NBA right now?
Luka.
Okay. Some would say Luka, some would say Joker, some would say Giannis.
I would say
Giannis get
Joker.
50 points on field goals and free throws. The scorer. LeBron James is a ball player.
Ooh, I like
Okay.
that.
Not
So who's okay? Answer the question. Who is the all-time? Who is
all-time best scorer.
in your opinion?
It's hard to say right now. I don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer.
I just said what I
Don't
said.
politic this one. Don't you politic this one. Say it with your chest. Just go ahead and say it, Jordan. It's okay.
I wasn't gonna say Jordan is the best scorer.
You better not say Steph.
I mean,
That's what you was leaning towards.
best scorer. I don't have one, but you would have to maybe consider Michael Jordan. You would have to consider
How you-
Michael Jordan
How you don't have one?
because it changes like the seasons. Is
I didn't
KD
s-
not a prolific scorer?
KD is a prolific scorer.
Is Steph Curry not a prolific scorer?
Well, it depends on where you shooting from.
Is Joker not a prolific scorer?
Mm-mm.
But Luka is.
Yep.
It's 5 o'clock. Go. Go.
Listen.
Anyways,
But at the end of the day, look at the word that you say.
What?
Then if you're gonna say that, then you're gonna have to reword it. Who's the
Why?
greatest scorer of all time?
Yeah.
You have to go with the person who scored the most points in a career, right?
That's fair.
Statistically,
How can you not?
if that's the case,
How?
this-
That's like just saying
no,
who's the
don't do that.
who's
Dre,
the greatest
because-
rapper of all time?
Jay-Z.
But he has to spit the greatest rap, right?
Yes.
So he has to spit the most rap.
He has like 50 of them.
Sure,
He
exactly.
don't have the most albums.
He has the most hits.
I don't know about that.
Who's the best rapper?
Some of the people say Lil Wayne.
That nursery rhyme rapper?
The point is, my point is that. What?
Humpty Dumpty saw the wall.
Don't disrespect now.
That's-
Don't do that.
nursery rhymes.
Don't do that.
Nursery rhymes.
I'm not
I
gonna-
don't even care about rap like that. I'm all about gospel. Everything music was good.
all right,
But
cool.
Jay is the best rapper.
This
Is he
my-
the GOAT?
So this is my thing. Here's my thing. First of all, everybody has different opinions.
True.
But so when I say the greatest score, that doesn't mean he scored the most points. He got to be the greatest scorer. That don't mean that. What I'm saying is, and I gave my reason why when I talked about Jordan, the way he scored, how he scored his buckets. I'm not gonna say, and this is the thing. LeBron James, when he first came into the league, he was 75% dunks, and over time he's changed his game. Hey, there you go. My thing is, I still feel like when it comes down to it, Jordan and finesse, the way that Jordan with finesse, he'll get buckets. Because Jordan was also a guy who can get you 30 points, but he might score 27, or he just might lead the league in 35 points. And then you talk about that scoring titles. How many did Jordan compared to LeBron? So
How
you
many?
want to talk about scoring?
How many? Spit it out. Spit out. How many more did he have?
I think it was I think Jordan had like 6 or something.
What's-
Jordan had
what's the
10.
question?
Jordan had
I
10.
was
LeBron
saying-
had 1.
Scoring titles, right?
Yeah, scoring titles. So that's what I'm saying. Like you talking about, because you saying statistically he's had the most points in his career. Jordan per season was like, I'm leading the league in scoring. I'm leading the league in scoring. He's leading the league in scoring. So that's it. And Jordan didn't play 20 years straight. He didn't.
And it wasn't his fault. That's not LeBron's fault.
It's not LeBron's fault. I'm not saying it's fault. I'm
Because-
just
because
saying
LeBron
that's
is-
what it
because
is.
LeBron is in year 20 and he's still a freight train coming down the middle.
Well, he's a freight train that is about to choo and run out of coals because their time is coming to an end. Anyways,
Well,
This is the Lakers suck yesterday. They suck again today.
let's put that out there. Anyways,
okay.
speaking of the Lakers sucking,
We're not talking about the Lakers. We're talking about LeBron, though, right?
we done.
What we talking about LeBron?
Yeah, we done talking about LeBron.
So then, what the Lakers got to do with we talking
We
about
finna get
LeBron
it.
and him being the scoring
It's a
leader?
transition. I was transitioning.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I bet.
Anyway, so this Thursday was a trade deadline. A lot of drama as always.
Wait, you never said who your
You don't be listening. I literally broke down. It was watching.
oh my bad. My bad. My
It's
bad.
not.
You the one was tap dancing around. It's
It's-
the MJ.
But-
you can make an
But
argument for it.
before you just close this segment by saying, for your point, every era has different because literally
Mhm.
the players, right? The players. If you were born in the 90s, you've never seen Michael Jordan play.
That's true.
Okay. If you were born in the 2000s, you didn't see great LeBron play, right? You've seen highlights, you've seen ladder LeBron play.
That's true.
Because even now, the generation in the 2010s and the 2020, the 2015 babies, you know who they're calling the GOAT? John Morant.
I forgot to tell y'all this story.
Yeah.
I was in the hat store, right? I seen a Ray Allen jersey on sale.
Okay.
$52 for a Ray Allen. Authentic.
Authentic.
Michelin S.
No respect.
Damn, that's great.
I said, man, that's a steal. The boy said, who is Ray Allen?
He said what?
He said, who was Ray Allen?
Damn.
I said, you got to be kidding me, right?
Did you slap him?
I wanted to, but his mama was there. I want to.
But you asked how old he was, right? How old was he?
10.
Oh, okay.
So that's the whole point I'm making.
I'm agreeing with you.
That's what I'm saying. People that had Kareem as the GOAT probably watched him in the
But
70s.
you know what's-
How can you
80s.
not
Check
know
this
who
out.
Ray Allen is?
You know what's to your point? Check
I'll
out
be
to your
honest with
point.
you, there are players that both of you have named before. Like, for example, I only know who George Gervin is because of research. Never heard his name until we
Okay.
started talking about it.
Okay, now check this out.
And I'm a fan.
I was going to say to your point, a lot of people don't have LeBron James as high as we have LeBron James because they seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar play. They seen Bill Russell. They seen Wilt Chamberlain. They seen these guys play, and they like, that's cool what you doing. And I understand, the elevation of the NBA, but that guy to me is the GOAT. That guy to me is a GOAT. And people don't have Charles
No.
Barkley was just on.
Hey, now.
I'm just saying,
In
Charles
every
Barkley.
circle, LeBron is top 3.
Charles
Hands down.
Barkley was just on All the Smoke podcast. LeBron James came in at number 7. And who was above him? Kobe Bryant. Who was
Well,
above him?
They're all haters.
Charles Barkley is a
Charles
hater.
Barkley
Him
not a
and
hater.
Skip Bayless is in the same boat.
Charles Barkley's
No,
not a
no,
Yeah,
hater.
he is.
Charles
Yeah, he is.
Barkley, I'm talking about the people on All the Smoke. Matt Barnes,
They're not haters.
Steph Jack, man, they are some big haters.
They're not haters.
They are some big haters. They didn't have LeBron in their top 6 or 7.
They say in the NBA right now.
Oh yeah, I didn't have them in my top 5 either.
Yeah.
Listen,
So my thing is it's among the
it's
generational
not a
thing.
generational thing. Anybody who don't put LeBron
Here we go.
1-2 with him and Jordan, you got to be out of your rabbit's mind.
There's some hating going on.
There's some hating going on.
How?
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
If I'm going to say this and then
Man,
we
y'all-
can move on. If LeBron had never left Cleveland the way he did and created or co-created, so KC don't jump down my throat, the era of Buddy Ball, people would have put him above Mike years ago.
No, they
Yes.
criticized LeBron from the day he walked in the league.
No.
Because let me tell you why. Once you love Jordan, it's hard to let him go.
Oh, you already
And
know. I know.
people don't never wanted to see that day come.
Oh,
That I'm telling you that somebody would actually compete at the level that Jordan competed at.
if this is the thing though, here's the thing. If
Because
anybody
at first, because at first it was Kobe. Remember?
what about Kobe?
That's who they talked about compared Jordan to. Remember?
Yeah, he was doing
But then,
everything Jordan was doing.
but then Jordan washed that out
Mhm.
because Kobe couldn't do nothing compared to Jordan.
Yeah.
But then came the king. And the day the King stepped on the floor till today, he's been compared to Jordan.
This is my thing.
And
about
that's why people who are real live diehard Jordan fans
that.
discredit everything LeBron do, critique everything LeBron do.
This is the thing. For somebody like Charles Barkley,
And I'm not saying they right or I'm not saying they wrong, but at the end of the day, he's 1-2 in any circle
here's
of
the
all
thing.
time.
Okay, here's my thing. If anybody gonna hate against Michael Jordan, it should be Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley made one NBA Finals
He's
appearance.
in the same era.
No, he's made one NBA
He's
Finals
going to say
appearance.
he's going to say they was in a harder era than LeBron.
And
They were. But
In his own. I'll tell you why.
You just said on this podcast last week, coming to the lane is a death sentence back in the 80s and 90s. If you think LeBron James is coming to the lane with Oakley and they're not taking his legs out, you got another thing
But you
coming.
might catch a knee in the mouth from LeBron.
Yeah.
Because LeBron come too hard.
He do. Like I
Just
said
like
he
Jordan
do.
came too hard.
And what happened? Jordan was like, I had to find a different way to come in this lane or I had to take it.
But listen to this. It's different because everybody is freakishly athletic right now. Jordan was the only person who was really freakishly athletic back then.
Are they?
Everybody, because Jordan, y'all don't realize Jordan started that training stuff.
Wait, you said what?
Huh?
Like Jordan was freakishly athletic.
But he said, did you say Jordan was the only person?
He did.
He was one of the first freakishly athletic people to start that.
Yes and no.
To make a name for themselves.
I would say make a name for itself if he had great marketing.
I would say Sean Kemp wasn't athletic.
They
Gary
wasn't
Payton
Jordan.
Wasn't athletic.
They wasn't Jordan.
Clyde Drexler.
They wasn't Jordan.
Dominique Wilkins.
They wasn't Jordan.
Dominique Wilkins.
They wasn't Jordan.
We know they wasn't Jordan, but they were freakishly athletic.
They were freakishly. They were athletic, but think how far in between it was.
I want you to listen to this top
You
five.
got 3 people on one team that can do that now.
I just want you to listen to this top
You
five.
get what I'm saying? It
I
was
want you to
one
listen.
person on maybe one person on every team that was freakishly athletic like that.
I want you to listen to this top five.
But hold on, let me finish what I was saying before you interrupt me.
Go ahead and preach this LeBron
And also,
James.
You got to remember, Jordan started most of the NBA players of the workout regimens. They wasn't even working out like that. Go listen to Charles Barkley. Jordan started him to working out and lifting weights and getting stronger and getting bigger.
Yeah.
Go listen to the interviews that he talked about.
Listen, Jordan himself
right
said that.
now, when LeBron came in the league, everybody started working out. Everybody was doing this and training and trying to find this trainer and that trainer. Even to this day, right now, you got 8th graders who got personal trainers. My nephew has a personal trainer. How many players in 8th grade when Jordan era had personal trainers?
How many people had money like that in 1990?
Things were different, right?
Like you talking about.
But I'm saying it's a different type of toughness in this era.
It's not. I'm not going to sit here and say that because when you talk about what you're talking about, rules have changed to the point where guys aren't getting hurt. Every year, a rule is changed so guys aren't getting hurt. They just changed the rule. What do you mean? What?
Our injury report be 2 pages long.
Our injury report, you're right. Our injury report is 2 pages long, but don't sit and act like in the 80s and 90s the rules haven't changed in the NBA. Just because you super strong, that don't mean you finna still not get this punishment. People had to be super strong to not get that punishment. As far as LeBron James go, him spending $1 million on his body, that's cool. I get that. And
what does that have to do with anything? Because that's what he chose to do.
You're saying he led the way to a different breed of athlete, and I'm saying that's not the case because different breed of
who led the way to a different way.
I don't know who, but it wasn't Jordan. It wasn't.
Who did it then?
I don't know. I just said I don't know.
Because Jordan got tired of getting his ass whooped by the Detroit Pistons. So that's what made him pick up the workout regimen. Do you not listen to the things
I heard
what say?
Yes, I heard what you said, but you're saying that was started it. And that's not what started it.
That's what kicked it off.
That's what started him.
They saw how good Jordan got off of working out.
Jordan can get credit for a lot of things, right? But it goes back to the era of the sport.
I
We
just-
talked about that.
And the era of the sport is that you act like the rules didn't change. I keep saying y'all the rules.
We're
have
not talking
changed.
about the rule. We're talking about who started that training. It was Jordan. Jordan started having a training work regimen. That's what made Jordan great. That's
Yes,
what
but
took him
that
over the.
didn't- that
That's what
didn't
took him
trickle
over
down,
the. That's
though.
what took him over the hump. Because Jordan was getting his ass kicked by the Detroit Pistons for 5 straight years before he even got a ring.
But that had nothing to do.
As a matter of fact, it was 7 years.
But okay, now this is the thing. I hear what you're saying, and I watched documentaries too. That when Jordan was doing that, that kicked off his team, the Chicago Bulls, working out. Hey, we need to start working out. We getting our butts kicked out here. We was playing soft. So that you saying that kicked off everybody else working out. Then came LeBron James. First of all, LeBron James had natural talent. That's what got him half the places he's been.
But if
It's
he did,
natural
but,
talent.
but if he didn't work out, his career would have been over 10 years ago.
You're right about that. And that's why Jordan didn't play as many years as LeBron
Because
James.
Jordan started later in his career. That's what you're not understanding.
He didn't
If
start
he-
later in his career. He still was smoking and drinking until he retired. What are you talking about? If I'm working out, but I'm still hitting cigars every night, I'm still staying up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with gambling and drinking. That's an oxymoron. LeBron James don't do none of that. Well, he drink
wine.
a little
He
bit.
drink wine all night.
He drink wine a little
Every
bit. It's supposed
day.
to be healthy, and that's what got you drinking wine. But that's a whole other thing. But my thing is this:
Got me what?
Top- they got you drinking wine.
When I say I drink wine,
you drink wine all the time.
no, I don't.
But anyway,
I've
He's
been
saying
delivered.
like it's a bad thing.
I've been
though,
delivered.
for everything.
I've been
alcohol.
delivered.
My man.
I ain't drinking years.
I had
Don't
one
get it
since
twisted.
2019.
Anyway.
Don't get it twisted.
what? Why you say like it's been 10 years? Charles Barkley.
Ain't
had a
like
top
I was
five-
ever a drunk.
Charles Barkley.
Oh, that's what we doing.
Charles Barkley.
You see what
That's
he
what
on?
we
I didn't do
That's what
nothing.
you
I didn't say
You
nothing.
see what he on?
I'm
You
moving
drinking
on.
wine. You see how you try to do? You drinking wine every day. What you
Okay.
talking about, QC?
That's what we
So Charles Barkley had a top 5: Michael Jordan, Oscar Roberts, Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Bill Russell. Number 6 was Kobe. Number 7 was LeBron James. My point of saying all that is going back to your point is a generational thing.
Yep.
Charles Barkley's seen all these guys play.
doing. He played with them.
And so when you talk about LeBron James being your number 2, you've seen him play.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got a good quick trivia question for y'all.
Here we go.
Y'all see White Man Can't Jump?
I did.
Yes.
Do y'all remember the dude who said,
I'm gonna go get my pistol.
"Yeah"?
He's an NBA player.
Do you know who that is?
Plays for the
That's
Bucks.
No.
Marcus Johnson.
Yeah, it does. He played for the Bucks.
Oh, he played for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played
Yeah,
for the
he
Bucks.
played for the
Now
Bucks.
he's the Lakers trainer.
No,
I
he's
had
not.
Listen,
Marcus Johnson is a commentator for the Bucks.
Yes, he is. He is.
He's
I
been
thought he was
for-
a trader.
No,
that
he's
was
a
the
commentator
other
for the
dude.
Bucks.
He's a commentator.
I
for the
had no
Bucks.
idea that was Marcus Johnson all this time
Yeah,
Yeah.
until like the last couple months. And
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask y'all that, but I forgot.
yeah. No, man, that's.
I did not know that was him. Just to look a dude does not give me Marcus Johnson.
And to be fair, here's why I have no problem with Charles Barkley's ranking. Because Charles Barkley played on the same team as Dr. J in Dr. J's latter years. He played on the same team as Dr. J.
Moses Malone.
Right. Moses Malone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you can't knock Barkley's rating, because he played in the era of greats. And the only reason that Barkley is not considered I think he's an all-time great, but the only reason he's not in anyone's top 10 is because he never won titles and because of a guy named Tim Duncan. If Tim Duncan didn't come to the NBA, Charles Barkley would still be highly regarded as the top power forward, followed behind Dennis Rodman.
Maybe.
So,
But moving on. Thursday was a trade deadline,
woo,
and it was full with drama.
51 minutes of LeBron.
It wasn't all LeBron.
Damn near. Man.
32 of it was Jordan.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Go.
Los Angeles Lakers were part of a 3-team deal.
And then we
That's
go
it.
right back to him.
Exactly.
Right back to him.
Can't help it. Y'all cannot help y'all.
No, that's you.
You
wrote the script.
You know what I mean? This was supposed to be about LeBron, and then we move. I've been trying to move on for the last 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I was trying to move on the last 10 minutes. But hold on. I got something else to say.
No.
See, LeBron James, what y'all
No,
don't
I was
think
talking.
is,
I was talking about
you
Michael.
hitting the weights.
No, I was talking about Michael Jordan, wasn't I? Wasn't I talking about
I was
Jordan?
still trying to move on.
I was
and
telling
wouldn't-
you that
wouldn't let
Jordan
me.
is an originator of a routine workout. That's what I said.
So, anyways, straight trade deadline.
Say
was
what you
Thursday.
want.
Trade deadline was Thursday.
Mother.
the Los Angeles Lakers were part of a 3-team deal that sent Russell Westbrook and a first-round draft pick to the Utah Jazz, and they acquired D'Angelo Russell,
Malik
Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt.
Yep.
The Minnesota Timberwolves got Mike Conley, and the Minnesota Timberwolves got Mike Conley. What do you guys think about this trade?
And the Jazz got Russell Westbrook.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was the whole point of the trade.
He's on the buyout though. He won't play.
That has not been proven.
That's not been confirmed.
That has not been proven.
They said Russell said, "I don't even want to talk about it for 2 weeks."
But
That's what the
it's
word
not
is.
confirmed. Is that he said they talked to Russell? He said he's on board. So
But
we'll
the
see what
thing
happens.
is, but you know what the crazy part about that whole thing is?
What?
Russ agent tried to tell Russ this is what was going to happen to you, and that's why he fired him.
Really?
Yeah, that's the reason he fired him, because he told him once you get traded again and you become a buyout player,
You're done.
you're done. And he didn't want to hear that.
Is he done? Do you think he's done?
He's done.
Because let's say he does do buyout. Let's say he does do a buyout. There's like 3 or 4 teams that they say they're interested. The
Yeah,
Clippers,
they're just-
They might get hit
the
with some
Clippers,
tampering.
Chicago, Chicago. Who else? Clippers, Chicago. It was somebody else too.
Clippers, Chicago, and Miami.
Miami. That's the other team. They said they're interested. First of all, do we think this is it for Russell?
Let me say this. This is it for, first of all, Chicago might get hit with tampering because someone tweeted something saying on their official Twitter saying that they were interested in Apostle Russell Westbrook signing, and Chicago came back and recanted. You can't speak of players that are still under contract of your interest after a trade deadline.
You can say you're interested.
No,
Yeah, you
not
can.
if he's not
Well, you
officially
can't-
bought out.
You can't officially say you're interested, but rumors can speculate that you're interested.
So to answer your question, is Russell Westbrook done? He will never get another big contract. So I hope
I know that's true.
I hope he saved his money. I do think if he wants to embrace, in your words, I'm gonna tap dance around this because you have to. He's done as a starter. He's done as a big contract, and he's done on. He'll never win a championship. Those are the 3 things I'll say. He's not done because a scrub team will pick him up to be a vet, and they might pick him up to be your backup point guard. But he's done. He'll never win a title.
That's
He'll never
obvious.
have a bigger championship, and he'll never start in the NBA game.
Those 3 are obvious.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
saying, is he done in the NBA?
I don't think
completely?
he's done on a team. I think he'll still be a deep bench player on somebody's team.
I was just gonna say, I think Westbrook. Well, first of all, let me just say this. From what I hear, I talk to Woj all the time. Westbrook started to be a cancer in the locker room
Of the Lakers?
of the Lakers.
And
I
we've
also
heard
heard
that before, right?
we have heard that before, but this is like after he leaving, they like, nah, I can't get with him. And also heard he got into Ham. Next day he got traded.
He got into it with the coach.
He got into it with the coach, Ham, and then the next day he got traded. So they were like, let's get him up out of here while we still have an opportunity to make some noise in the playoffs. To me, I don't think Russell's done, but I think he is on the verge of being done. I think after this year, he'll be done. I don't think nobody's gonna pick him up. And Russ has too much pride to play overseas, and he also has too much pride to play anywhere else. So he'll just be sitting in limbo like Carmelo Anthony.
I don't think he's officially done, but I think he's officially done being a household name on the team now. He'll play some couple of contracts for a few more years, maybe 3 years.
If he's lucky.
But he'll get some contracts here and there off of that strength that he still has ability to be effective in a game.
All I know is this: we watched.
Because even if you think about him taking his bench role, he wasn't horrible at it.
He got. That's when he started playing good.
Yeah.
But my thing about it is, Russell is number one. He's getting a little. This is kind of over his head. This was already over his head, but it's starting to be more and more. It's starting to be more and more visible. He's uncoachable.
I was getting ready to
And
say that.
he doesn't like adjustment. It took because somebody had to say something here like, hey Russell, you don't want to accept this bench role, you just won't be in a rotation. So what is this gonna be? And he was like, I ain't got no choice now. So my thing is, even if that's why I said I feel like I don't think because he can't shoot. Carmelo Anthony stuck around and went to a lot of teams after a while because he can still shoot.
And where's he at right now?
I don't know. He's on the outskirts looking in.
He's
But
not playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Russell can't shoot.
Well, that I'm agreeing with
Oh.
you from a standpoint that if Carmelo's not on the team, Russ might be done.
I think after the season, he's done.
Him
He might
and John
get-
Wall
if-
kicking it together.
That's why, like with the Utah situation, he like, oh yeah, I play for y'all. Because where else am I go?
He might be done.
Because we can speculate all the rumors.
You feel bad for who?
Wall.
Oh,
Because they traded him right back to.
We'll get there in a second.
and they cut him.
We'll get there in a
Ugh.
second. So what do you got? So what are we looking at? What do we think of the new look Lakers?
Russell can shoot when he's healthy.
Talking about D'Angelo?
Yes.
D'Lo?
He can shoot when he's healthy. Beasley is a good off the bench player. I think it makes the Lakers a little better, but it all depends on health. I call the Lakers the injury all-star team 2.0. Phoenix is 1.0, and we'll talk about that later too.
Mm-hmm.
If they can stay healthy, the Lakers can get a play-in spot, but it all depends on if Anthony Davis shows up to work. Because Beasley and Russell will not carry the Lakers to the playoffs.
What about Vanderbilt?
Beasley and
Clearly, you don't watch enough basketball because Jared Vanderbilt is pretty decent too.
he's pretty decent, but the Lakers have decent players. They need great players.
Ooh.
They don't need great players when you got LeBron and AD. You
LeBron
need
is
some players that's gonna fill in their roles.
LeBron is back to his.
We never had a point guard all year.
We have a
LeBron,
point guard.
Who?
Schroeder, Westbrook.
Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie.
What is
who?
with you and Lonnie?
He's
Walker?
studying-
Why y'all acting? Oh, you know what? Okay. Now we said we had the same conversation about Jared Allen. Next thing I know,
Okay, let me tell you this then.
what?
You keep talking about Lonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Look at every roster. What number would he be on every roster in the rotation?
7
First
or
of all,
8.
Every roster, he'd be
7
7 or
or 8.
8
What's
at,
your point?
at the most.
What's your point?
He's a starter for the
What's-
Lakers.
What is your point?
He's a starter for the Lakers.
That
And he's
That
a-
doesn't take away him not. First of all, he's the only person on the team who can shoot. Let's just start there. So y'all should be like Lonnie. He's the only person
I'm
who
not.
can shoot.
I'm not against Lonnie at all,
You
but I'm just
sure?
saying he's not a starter.
so
He was starting in San Antonio.
Yeah.
No, that's not bad.
I say
Exactly.
I say all that to say LeBron is back to restricted schedule and minutes. The record's broken. He broke the record against OKC and sat out against the Bucks. He's questionable to play tonight against Golden State. Hold
Hey.
up. I'm just commenting on what you said. You don't need a whole lot of players when you got LeBron and AD. AD is trash. Okay? AD is trash. AD is to be a big man in this sport. He should be carrying. Let me not say trash. My bad, Jazz. That's your boy, and I know you're gonna soundbite this. Anthony Davis should be carrying the Lakers, and instead, the Lakers are carrying him.
Yeah, I agree.
The fact that LeBron has to, at 39, still put up 30 and 40 points a game with a walking double-double that should be Anthony Davis is a problem. And these new players will come into a new fold with a young coach. We said it. Darvin was not ready for this Lakers job, and he's proving that.
You really?
He was not.
I don't think it's his fault.
I think it's the other way around. I think that he has been a godsend for them.
You think so?
Without him, I think
Yes.
they'd be like 10 wins in right now.
I don't know, man. Those
10 wins in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Without him, y'all be 10 L's in.
Let me tell you like this.
What you
guys.
mean?
10 losses.
10 losses. Like, y'all would be not even close.
Yeah.
They're already at the bottom of the barrel, but still.
That's what I'm saying. Like we would have
Y'all
10
are
less.
saying the same thing.
I would say we would have 10 less wins right now.
All right.
But his
I
defensive
thought you were
philosophy
saying, like,
is
y'all have
what
like 10 more
is
wins
what
than y'all
saved
got.
the Lakers
they
some
are
games is because they're defensively sound.
they
Yeah.
are still one of the higher ranked defensive teams in the game. But you got to put in some baskets, man. And Anthony Davis got to show up to work. He does not show up to work enough. He had that stretch of 7 double-doubles.
And
he
y'all
went
was
quiet.
talking MVP. Y'all was
I traded him for my fantasy
He
team.
got hurt.
y'all was swimming MVP.
Got hurt.
Then he pulled another Anthony Davis.
He was,
my
on, he
ankle.
was on the streak and then
Got hurt. He
blew
needs to,
on him and
he needs to call
and he
LeBron
ain't been
James
the right
the
since.
trainer. The $1 million that LeBron is spending, he needs to spend.
He ain't got
Because
that.
he ain't gonna do that.
He ain't got the heart for it. We're okay. Real quick, a still separate transaction. Los Angeles Lakers also traded Pat Beverly for a second round pick to Orlando for Mo Mambo. So my question for you guys, by the way, Austin Beverly might be getting bought out. That's for sure happening. Where the Lakers end up?
You know what's so funny about that?
What?
Y'all must didn't see the tweet that he
I
did.
did.
I
I was thinking it.
The gang's back together and he got traded.
The gang is back together.
He got traded.
Welcome to LA, my brother.
I said, wow.
2 minutes later, he was traded.
I said, wow.
And then he said, man, Woj must have been in the gym because Woj reported it before he even knew it. Now, shout out to Woj and his sources, dog. He be reporting
He got
stuff.
some cold sources.
Yeah, he do, man.
Shams too.
Shams right behind
He
him.
is. He's
But,
good. He ain't
so-
Woj, though.
Where-
Hold on. Woj had 11 and 10 for Shams for reports that were 100% accurate.
Mhm.
So where does this lead the Lakers?
Play in.
I see them six seed.
6 seed.
6 seed.
Playing.
6 seed.
Play in.
Because
Where
if
does
you
it
look
end?
at it,
Where does it end? I'm saying, where does it end?
they only a 5-game win streak away from being a 6.
Would you
That's
stop saying that?
It's true, but I hate that you say
I'm
it.
saying you have to think of it. You have to think logically sometimes. Like, even as bad as we know they play, 6 games is not a lot, man.
I'm interested to see because Russell.
Especially with 30-something games left. No, probably 40.
Well, first of all, 5-game winning streak. That means everybody else will have to lose.
But they are.
No, ain't
'Cause
not.
of Portland,
Okay.
Oklahoma City,
Well, they beat them twice this year, so they hope they don't see them.
the Mavs.
They got Kyrie.
They're on a 4-game winning streak, by the way.
Who?
Not with
Actually, not with Kyrie, but with Luka on the bench, Dallas is 3-0 without Luka.
Whoa, 2 of those games Kyrie played. Relax.
But they're still 3-0 without Luka.
Kyrie played 2 of those games. Relax.
We may have a Luka problem. But no, I got the Lakers in the play-in. I got them in the play-in.
I'm saying, where do you see it ending?
I still don't have the Lakers making the playoffs. I have them in the play-in to get bounced.
But you okay,
I don't think the
Casey.
Lakers make the playoffs.
Casey?
The Lakers are in 13th place. They're 25-31. And you always say, well, they're only 5 guys behind 6. No, they're really 7 because they have more losses in the loss column than number 6 by 3 games. And they have, let's see here, 5, 6, 7, 8 more losses than the 6th seed in the win column. So they're more like 10 games behind. The Lakers, their fight to a non-play-in spot, Keys, is harder than you think. It's further than
Well, we
you
shall
think.
see.
Dallas is in 4th.
Where do you see this ending?
You
what
said
I'm saying.
Dallas, they're in 4th.
Where do you
That's
see
happened
this
the last
ending?
couple of games. I haven't looked at the.
Yeah.
Casey, where do you see this ending? Because you look at me crazy, like.
I see the Lakers in the playoffs.
Play in or playoffs?
Playoffs.
Or where do you see it ending? One and done.
If they can stay healthy,
If they can stay
second
healthy.
round exit.
Dre.
I already said it. They're not going to.
It's healthy.
F healthy. If I won $1 million, y'all each getting $100K a piece, right? If I won $1 million a day, you got 100. You got 100.
I don't believe you, but continue.
You got 200. He has nothing, right? Yeah, you got 200. He has nothing. That's how the fetches me getting $1 million today
Mhm.
are so slim. The Los Angeles Lakers,
Then clearly, you
F
don't watch,
healthy, will not make the playoffs.
Clearly, you
It's too late.
clearly you don't watch enough basketball.
It's too late.
It's too late. Anthony Davis.
Hold
is
on,
not-
real quick. Where Golden State at?
That's not my team. I
I
don't care.
just want to know where Golden State is.
They're in
at.
play-in. They're in 7.
All right.
And if they don't get Steph back, they ain't gonna make it either.
All I know is this. We'll
F
get
healthy, and that's a big F. The Lakers could be a competitor, but I'm not gonna say dangerous because they can't be
there. Are you saying one and done?
one and done if they make the playoffs at all.
All right.
Because they can't beat Denver, they can't beat Memphis. Sacramento is number 3. How about that? Ain't nobody giving Sacramento and Mike Brown no
It
love.
really ain't.
And they number 3, and they've
Hey,
been balling all
finished.
season.
They finished top 5. They finished top 4. No, I give it. They finished top 5. Coach of the year. Anyways, the Brooklyn Nets traded Kevin Durant and TJ Warren to the Phoenix Suns for Malik Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and 4 unprotected first round picks. 23, 25, 27, 29. Now, immediately, not immediately, but soon after. Well, let's focus on this Phoenix thing, because first of all, Dre said their injury team won. Would you call him injury all-star?
Injury All-Stars 1.0.
Why did you say that, sir?
Because KD stays injured. We already talked about this. Devin Booker stays injured. Chris Paul is the poster child of injured. What else do you need to say?
That's true. All right,
What else do you need to say? Now, before we talk about that trade, let me just say what I tweeted about the Brooklyn Nets.
First of all,
when
did you tweet this from 94 feet?
When this tweet went,
So this is straight. This is a tweet from your personal one.
when
Because I'm just saying, because you.
when this tweet went out, this was soon after the trades of the Brooklyn Nets.
Mhm.
I said the Brooklyn Nets are a terrible franchise. Every experiment that they've ever had has cost them their future with draft picks, but it never yielded to anything. Look at the superstars that they've had and the rosters they've built for nothing. Listen to me weekly on the 94 Feet podcast. That was a tweet.
Did you put that in the tweet?
The Brooklyn, I did.
No. Did you say listen to me weekly on 94 feet?
I did.
Oh, okay.
The Brooklyn Nets are a terrible franchise.
I mean, while Dre is building his brand, I just want to put it out there.
Hey,
I just want to put it out there.
Y'all tagged us.
I just want to put out there.
Tagged us.
I just want to put out there. Look, I want to talk about this Phoenix Suns. Like Brooklyn, for me, I don't know what Brooklyn doing. I don't know what they doing. I think they got sick and tired of it. They got all the cancers. They can get out of here. The best thing about these trades is the aftermath to me, because you hear about this stuff after the fact. KD asked for this trade. He was like, I want to get traded, and the only place I want to go is Phoenix. They obliged. Kyrie Irving was like, I want to get traded too. I want to go to LA. They like, anywhere but LA. All right, make it happen, guys. I said, Petty, thy name is Terry, whatever his name is.
Right. A correction. Kyrie asked first.
Kyrie asked this for
And then KD quietly did his.
He quietly did his.
But remember at the beginning of before the season started,
KD was like, I want
KD
out.
wanted to go to Phoenix.
I think that was just a ploy to get Nash up out of there, and he did.
Shout out to Steve Nash, who's somewhere probably smiling.
He cracking up about this. But my thing about this is this.
Everybody gone.
He cracking up about this. He like, well, I can work with this, but I want to talk about this. Is Phoenix? Is this Phoenix? Is this the team to beat?
No.
No, fully healthy.
No. You got nobody to come off the bench that's reliable. Not a soul.
That's my thing.
Not a soul.
More important.
They traded away a lot to get KD. KD is worth it, but it's still a lot
to replace.
It's a lot to replace.
You can replace that scoring. KD is going to replace that.
No problem.
Instantly. He going to smile and replace
that.
But that
defense is going to suffer.
Mikal Bridges' versatility and Cam Johnson's ability to shoot and defend off the bench, that's tough.
And we ain't even going to talk about the Jay Crowder situation.
And then, like you said, they didn't even bring Jay Crowder even back. You let him sit for 6 months.
We'll get there in a minute. But my thing is this, because I was talking to somebody else about this, and it was like, oh, they're going to win it. I was like, well, it's holes in this. Because Phoenix did give up a lot. And then here's the thing, though. KD's locked in for 3.
That's good.
Chris Paul locked in for at least 2 more.
Man, bad.
Devin Booker, I don't know if I think he's locked in.
Devin Booker might have 2 years left.
I think he had 2 years left. So Phoenix is, I feel like Phoenix is not just playing for this year; they're playing for the future. Now it might not be this year, but next year. My God.
Let me say this: we can't say that this is the team to beat because we haven't seen them play one game.
That's true.
We haven't seen them play yet. However,
off potential, we going off potential.
Off potential, championship or bust.
Oh yeah,
championship or bust. You have.
Where do you expect? Okay, championship or bust. Where do you expect them to finish this year?
Fully healthy, Phoenix will lock that number 1 or number 2 spot.
Oh, he only got 1 more year left on his contract. The next year,
who?
Devin.
Oh, he'll get 250.
Oh, he gonna resign. They gonna give him a super max.
Yeah, he getting 250.
Him and KD both gonna get super maxes.
No, KD already locked in for 3.
Yeah, and KD Listen,
What's it called again? He 250. Easily.
KD is now living in Arizona in the desert. That he can walk around with his nappy hair, the
Gotta cut
beach.
that
He's gonna love Arizona. They're gonna lock him in because now it's gonna become his team, and he can win it. Phoenix can win a championship.
Is that his team?
I think it has to be. It has to be.
Then they definitely not gonna win it.
let's
Let's
the
cut.
alpha male. Yeah,
Hey, let's cut the crap
yeah,
here.
that's true.
If this is either two people team, this is either Devin Booker team or this is Chris Paul team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with D Book. But anyway,
No.
I'm going Chris Paul.
Because let me tell y'all one thing y'all is missing though.
What?
It's still one unhappy person on that roster.
Yeah, of course, but he sucks. He can be replaced.
oh no, he just got a smile on his face with KD coming to the team because now he actually might get a ring.
No,
Who?
he
You talking about DeAndre Ayton?
no.
He not worried about a ring.
He
You know what
worked.
his problem is?
What?
He don't get enough touches.
Well, he
And this is off. He should be happy. This is off his shoulders now. Oh, I'm not part of this big three. Okay, so like who was that? I want to say Chris Bosh, but not Chris Bosh. Kinda.
No, he's
Draymond
done.
Green.
Draymond Green. That's a
Draymond
better
Green.
one.
Draymond Green.
I don't have to. If I don't put up 15 and 10 or 25 and 10, it's not my fault.
Nope.
It's not my fault we lost.
Nope.
Those three guys. If anybody should be happy, if anybody should walk in the huddle and not say nothing, if anybody should walk up to his coach and say, "Hey, coach,
Well,
you have a good day. I apologize for all the mess. I was talking crazy."
I want
him and Monty not on the same page still.
He finna shut
to
up
this
now.
day.
Oh, he's
I
gonna
bet he
shut
finna
up
shut
now.
up now.
No, we won't.
What?
No, we won't.
listen.
Are you
Cause
saying that he needs more touches?
He's not going to touch the ball. It's not enough balls.
That's true.
Kesey.
KD.
It's not enough balls, but Chris Paul don't want to shoot. Chris Paul don't want to shoot. He's cool with not shooting.
And if Chris Paul don't want to shoot, that's terrible for them.
Kesey.
For Aiden,
That's trouble for
That's
them.
Aiden for this.
Fellas, listen.
What?
When you have a chance to win a title, your head changes. DeAndre Ayton will adjust because this is the closest opportunity you're going to have to win a title by adding KD.
Not if you don't feel like you valued.
Listen,
I can see that.
on February the 20th.
You talking about a different breed of people. You're humble enough to understand that.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but continue.
Say these. Listen, on February.
Wow. Hey, that man has been delivered. Y'all heard it here
on
first.
February 25th, we may be seeing a rematch
For the Bucks and
or the
Phoenix.
preview of the next NBA Finals. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: with a fully healthy, because the trade deadline has happened, we need to redo our prediction machine all over again. Because
Well, you do because Steph Curry hurt.
Golden State, they're done without Steph.
Steph
And
Curry.
if he's healthy, and listen, I'm gonna tell you like this: with a fully healthy Phoenix,
Mhm.
excuse me, and a fully healthy Golden State, I'm taking a fully healthy Phoenix to get it done.
What?
You're not taking a fully healthy Phoenix, because let's not act like Golden State bench is that much greater.
You know what's
Let's
crazy?
not act like they're that much better.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
Here's the thing. Last time Phoenix was number one seed. Who they lose to?
The Bucks.
They lost to Dallas.
Oh, they did. Oh, I thought you meant.
And Dallas beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah.
Dallas beat the
They
Bucks
lost
off
by
them.
62, I think.
I remember that.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
last season.
Last
in
season.
the fight, but
All healthy.
All healthy.
But you got KD.
KD he can score buckets.
Devin Booker can score buckets.
They not lockdown defenders, though.
They ain't like that.
Oh, they're terrible, but neither is Golden State. The best defensive player on Golden State
But
is Klay
Dallas
Thompson.
put the brakes on them. Dallas.
That's what I'm saying. My point is this.
Dallas.
My point is this.
I get it, and don't get me wrong. I'm not.
Why you
I,
think-
I don't know if Phoenix still has enough to be Golden State. If they still
But-
have,
Mo-
because Dallas
hold
is
on.
going to give you some even more trouble
Okay.
with Irvin.
Can I ask y'all a question, though?
What?
How does Denver automatically get knocked out of the big dog in the West just because KD came over?
Well,
Because
it's KD.
no,
but
no.
hold on. Joker's the
Almost
reigning
three-time MVP.
Because he said, you know what Dre said? Joker is one of the better scorers in the league or whatever. I was like, he's not.
Yes.
And then he went silent on me. Just because you got a triple double, 14, 10, and 10, that's cool. 25, 10, and 15 and 13, that's cool. That means going to go to a dub. That's number one. Number two, Joker is not out there killing us. He's not out there killing people. He's stuffing the stat board,
Yeah.
and he's doing it in a very casual way.
Yeah.
We're just not used to seeing a big man of his caliber do that. But I don't say like, man, Denver, they scary.
No one's scared of them.
No one's
scared of
them.
Joker is
Nobody
Joker.
is scared of them.
Anybody that played Denver, you have nothing to worry about. You'll beat them in 6 or 7.
Even with a healthy Murray.
You'll beat them.
Even
he's
with a healthy
now.
Murray.
I don't.
He's healthy now.
healthy, but he's not that dog he used to
He
be.
lost the step. And to get to your point to the Phoenix Suns bench, these are some of the players, according to a report, these are some of the players that Phoenix are targeting in the buyouts. They're looking at Danny Green. They're looking at Terrence Ross. They're looking at Justin Holiday. John Wall's on their short list. Reggie Jackson. And Will Barton. They're looking at building a bench of players that, okay, you know what? You can come and be a role player. Now, again, Phoenix Suns on paper is a championship roster, just their starting 5 alone.
Mm-hmm.
But chemistry is a thing.
It is.
Chemistry is a thing.
Ask LA.
Ask LA. Ask Milwaukee. And
We got probably the best chemistry in the city in the NBA.
we do, but now it's going to be challenged. Because
a little bit,
because he ain't played.
Hey, I'll say
They
this:
got the
if
second
you
best
don't,
record in the
if
league
you
right
don't
now.
get in where you fit in with the Bucks, you will not be in this rotation.
No, you will not.
Bud, don't care who you are. If you do not get in where you fit in, you will not be in this rotation.
Man.
And speaking of the Milwaukee Bucks, we're gonna slide down the hometown.
Yeah.
Milwaukee Bucks. Well, immediately after the Brooklyn and Phoenix trade, the Milwaukee Bucks were involved in a 3-team deal that acquired and they acquired Jay Crowder finally from the Brooklyn Nets for 5 second-round picks. Indiana Pacers received George Hill, Serge Ibaka, and Jordan Nwora, and 2 second-round picks. I seen this trade and was ecstatic. And we on the hunt. We trying to get Rose. Does he get bought? He won't get bought out. But we looking at some bought out. Yeah, we looking at some buyout players. We looking at Reggie. We looking at Ross.
We're looking at John Wall.
We looking at John. We looking at John Wall. We looking at Ross. We looking at Ross and who was the other one I said? Reggie Jackson. What do you guys think? I was ecstatic about. Let me just make this. I was ecstatic about this. We keep our main core. We got rid of the dead weight, and we picked up who we wanted to pick up all along. Now, only thing about it is he ain't played in a year. I pray to God
he's really skinny though.
I pray to God he don't come in here and say I ain't picked the ball up since April.
Listen,
I really pray to God he don't say
You
that.
think they did that trade if they didn't know what type of condition he was in?
Because you had to pass a physical. Remember that.
Yeah, that just mean you healthy. That don't mean you've been in basketball
Oh, it
condition.
means yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Look at Gary Payton. Have you been following that?
He's hurt. It's a difference. It's a difference between being hurt
And he
and
fell.
being in basketball condition.
I
He
like
failed
that.
what?
He
He's
failed
hurt.
his physical.
He felt his physical.
And so now the whole trade may get rescinded
They
by
got
the
till
NBA.
Sunday night
They got-
How did he fail the physical?
No
because
idea.
he's been playing through the pain. And if you playing through the pain and you're on a trade, well, he didn't know he was get traded. But once you playing through the pain and they do a physical on you, you go, why you do that?
Yeah.
What? And then now he looking at you crazy.
Oh, I didn't know he was hurt.
And so there might be
I was
some-
going to talk about it
there
later,
might
but
be
Dre
some
jumped the gun.
fines. There might be some fines coming from that because
I don't think so.
the NBA has really strict policies when it comes
Could
to
be.
like concussions and injured players.
It's not a concussion.
It's not. I'm just saying, like in general.
yeah.
But back to your point, I hate to see George Hill go.
What?
Let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Because the Bucks once again will likely win a championship, and he's gonna miss it again. Because
he'll get one.
no, he didn't stay with us past All-Star break.
Damn.
So if the Bucks,
Hold on a second.
he's likely gonna miss another chance at a title.
Who?
George Hill.
Oh,
And they sent him back to the Pacers. You know where the Pacers are right now?
like 12,
Like
13.
12 or 13. So he goes from a winning situation that wasn't playing a lot of minutes anyway to a losing situation. And you're likely going to miss out on the playoffs. And unfortunately, this is probably George Hill's last contract too.
well, at least he ain't got to go far down the road.
He doesn't, but he lives in San Antonio in the offseason. That's he's a big Texas guy. So he loves San Antonio. But the Bucks, to all the fans tripping, we gave up too much, man. We lost nothing. We lost nothing. We traded players that the coach didn't really play anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like we got rid of dead weight.
We were rid of dead weight. We got rid of players that were not. The only player that was a part of the rotation was George Hill, and that was occasional. And Nora only played when we had 4 or 5 players on DNP.
There you go.
And Serge Ibaka, ain't nobody seen him since Giannis clowned him for waking him up from his nap. Right? Ain't nobody seen him since.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah,
It's true.
It's true.
Ain't nobody seen him since.
Listen,
I love it. Welcome to the mill, Crowder.
the Bucks 8-man rotation is sick.
That's why I was so excited about
And
this
you can
trade.
almost say they 9-man rotation is sick.
And
Does he start, y'all? Does
Who?
he start?
no,
He probably doesn't come in and start, but eventually becomes a starter.
I don't think he becomes a starter.
Yeah, he has to.
Playoffs around, I don't think
He
becomes a
has
starter.
to.
Why?
Just think of a lineup like this: Drew,
Mm-hmm.
Chris at the 2,
Mm-hmm.
Jay at the 3,
Mm-hmm.
Giannis at the 4, and Brooke at the 5.
Woo!
Think of that lineup.
I
You
love that.
switch everything.
I give you that.
You can switch everything moving and not be on the losing end almost.
Can't wait.
And then you haven't even calculated that you got Joe Ingles on the bench. You still
Mhm.
got Bobby on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Grayson on the bench.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like we low key, we won trade deadline.
Just think of a lineup with,
and that never happened.
but just think of our bench lineup with Grayson, Carter,
Carter, Bobby,
Joe Ingles,
Joe
Bobby,
Ingles, Bobby,
Matthews,
and
Wes
Wes
Matthews.
and Wes.
Beauchamp. When Beauchamp gets some touches,
Yeah,
he's
too-
okay.
Too far down the stretch. Too far. Too far of a stretch.
Player-
Too
give
far.
our rookie
No,
player.
no, too far
Not
of a
in
stretch.
the playoff.
Not in the playoff. Well, now when you get to crunch
next year,
time,
next year,
he won't play.
next year.
He won't touch the floor.
Next year.
No.
But think of that. We got a strong 9.
Yeah.
So even if we did get an injury, we got somebody to throw right on in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like this for the Bucks because the Bucks traditionally we've been a team that don't make a lot of moves. Okay, we don't sign free agents. We don't make a lot of moves. And the fact that we made a move, great.
Didn't lose nobody.
I'm
But
happy.
here's the part I gotta have an ounce of:
Go ahead and say it.
is he going to resign? Because if not, he's
Who?
a rental.
Who?
Because he only has half a season. Crowder.
Oh,
He's he's an unrestricted free agent after the season.
I'll say this: we win it this year. He can walk.
So he's PJ Tucker again.
Yeah.
PJ all over.
Giannis said it. Giannis, he was like, Crowder brings a PJ Tucker kind of swagger.
He does.
And so when you
I
think you,
he's tougher and he can shoot better.
he was like,
I don't know about
those-
Tucker.
I don't know
Hold
about
up,
him. I
because
don't know
let's
about
not
Tucker.
forget how much we dog Crowder when he played for the Suns. He's a little soft.
Well,
Let's not act like come on, man.
Ain't he been like not playing all season?
that's the only scary part.
Yeah.
That's the only scary. That's the only scary part that it's gonna take some time for him to get back into basketball mode because Chris Middleton is just getting there. He is just getting there.
Chris Middleton
I don't
balling.
know, man. We've been 9-0 since
He ain't. I
The
didn't
Bucks
see,
are on a 10-game
I haven't
winning
seen
streak,
25 yet.
but he's off the bench.
I still haven't seen 25 yet.
Zickie's only playing 20 minutes a game.
I haven't seen 25
Middleton.
yet.
Man, you better appreciate this off the bench Middleton. I'm loving it.
I'm scared of off the bench Middleton
Nah, me.
because you know what that's telling me. You know what that's telling me. First of all, you coughed the name.
We both was looking like
only look because he said we don't look. No, he told me to look. Anyways, but my thing about this is Chris Middleton, who has been playing month, 2 months, about 2-3 months now.
not even.
I haven't seen a 20-point game from him.
But even
You
it,
watch
but listen.
Have
though.
you scored 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
25?
Multiple times.
20?
He's,
Hasn't
he's, on, Zeke,
Zeke.
he's only playing like a
I
few
need
minutes.
to. I need to see old Chris. I'm still seeing wobbled Chris. Am I tripping?
No, that's why he's coming off the bench. Look, Chris Middleton's stats. Okay, he's played 25 minutes against the Lakers. He had 22 points, 5 rebounds.
All right, cool.
Against the Trailblazers, he played 22 minutes. He had 13 and 5. Against the Heat, he played 20 minutes. He had 24 and 7.
Okay, so close to 25.
Against the Clippers, he played 20 minutes. He had 16 and 7.
All right.
Against the Hornets, he played 20 minutes. He had 18 and 4. Pelicans, he played 18 minutes. He had 9 and 3. You have to remember, though, a lot of these games, I was at many. I watched many, and the Bucks were blowing these teams out.
That's true.
Wasn't even close. The only struggle game the Bucks had in this last stretch was against the Lakers.
I mean, they were on a 10-game winning streak. They're on a 10-game winning streak. Yeah,
So you really didn't need to push Middleton because we were killing all these teams.
it's true.
You just
I
want
just
him to
need
get
to
his
see.
rhythm.
I just need to see. I just
Say it
need to
again?
see.
You just need him to get his rhythm.
I just need him to get buckets.
You
And
just need to
I'm
get his
like,
rhythm.
all right,
See,
cool.
that's the problem.
What?
That's why you couldn't be a GM because you don't understand. He just needs a rhythm.
Well, first of all,
Chris
I'm
is
down.
a bucket.
First of all, I'm down to pay somebody. That's Dre. I'm down to pay somebody.
No,
Hey,
I'm talking about knowing when to and when to not to play your players.
Your franchise will last long with me running.
Y'all won't win the
listen.
championship, but it'll last long. They'll
Bucks-
always be in the,
the
budget.
Bucks- the
Hey,
Bucks-
we're in the
the
red
Bucks-
though.
the
I mean,
Bucks-
we're in the black. What do you want from me? Go
The
ahead.
Bucks are deadly.
They are.
Everybody who got to play the Bucks better be scared.
So
Okay,
let's
man.
just call it what it is. The Final Four: Boston, Milwaukee, and the Western Conference is wide open.
It's anybody because I don't trust anybody in the West.
Well, speaking
I'm gonna be
of
honest with you. I don't trust anybody.
Either.
speaking of anybody, the Golden State Warriors were also involved in a 4-team deal, and they sent James Wiseman to Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons. What's the Seattle B? What's his name?
Sadiq Bey.
Sadiq Bey goes to Atlanta, and the Warriors receive Gary Payton Jr. and two future second-round picks. And the Portland Trailblazers receive Kevin Knox and 5 first-round picks. Now, this deal is in jeopardy due to Gary Payton Jr. failing the physical. His core is messed up, and if they accept the deal, he'll be out 3 months. I don't think they're going to accept the deal.
Nope.
Because if he could, that's too long for him to be out for them to make a run. I think without Steph, Golden State can still make a slight run at playing tournament, and he'd be ready by playoff time. But I don't think they'll accept the deal because that's too long to be out. Because they need instant right away.
I agree with you, but I don't because which team gets how many first-round draft picks?
Portland got the most. They got 5 first. They got
And it-
5 future first round picks.
From this deal.
Yes.
It's worth it. It's worth the wait. I'm taking it.
Why? Because of the
5 future first-round draft picks.
But that's if you Portland.
That's what I'm saying. But the deal is expunged. Period. If Gary Payton deal doesn't go through, everyone loses everything in this deal.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Everyone loses everything because it was a multi.
Yeah, it was a multi-team
trade.
deal. So if it's up to Golden State.
It's up
So
to
if they
Golden
don't
State.
want him, well, first of all, I'm tripping because they got rid of Wiseman. They was like, this experiment
But
is
this,
over.
but this all is up to Golden State though.
Yeah, it's up to
That's what I'm
Golden State.
saying.
And if you're Golden State, I wouldn't take him, and he got to sit out 3 months coming in.
But
Yeah, I
here,
wouldn't.
you're right. You're right. But here's the thing: how does Wiseman now come back after you traded him, knowing you don't want him? I almost think
He
don't
know
have
this
a
ain't
choice.
working out. He
You
know
trade-
this ain't working
you trade
out.
him in the summertime.
again.
Yeah.
But you just so you keep
He
him,
hasn't played.
so you keep him on the bench,
Yeah,
but you don't take Gary Payton and keep him on the bench.
correct.
He hasn't played.
Would you rather have Gary Payton or Wiseman on the team?
Gary Payton Jr.
Right now, Wiseman, because Gary Payton hurt.
But
Well-
Wiseman hasn't played.
I'm talking about future for the future.
Wiseman.
Really?
Gary Payton II is not that good to me.
Wiseman is a bust.
At least
Ain't
he's
all,
playing.
ain't all the first round picks you have to give up?
At least he's playing.
Ain't all the first round picks you have to give
At
up?
least he's playing.
Who?
But let's be honest. Though.
Gary Payton Jr. He may not play this year, but he gonna play next year. Wiseman is on
But
the
you got-
bench.
but
He
you
in-
forgot-
he
but
in
you
the
forgot-
G League.
But you forgot they had him already. It was something wrong, right? When you sent them out the first time.
Well, they just want to sign him. They didn't want to spend the money. Gary Payton was probably their best defensive guard.
The ball's in their court, but if I'm Golden State,
I'm not taking it because I'm making a playoff run. I'm already getting rid of Draymond Green at the end of the year. I'm looking at Poole kind of crazy because he didn't come through like I thought he was.
Oh,
So
man.
it's one of those things where like
man.
Gary Payton, worst case scenario, we're rocking with you. James Wiseman, to me, James Wiseman is another sad tale.
When he got 2 years left on his contract,
Who
$9
Wiseman?
million a year. Gary Payton.
Oh man, take that. What they? I don't know what Wiseman got, but all I know is this: he's the number 1 pick. That's number one. Number two, he ain't played no college ball, so he pretty much coming fresh out of high school. And this is another sad tale of how you kids. I hate to be that guy on the porch, but you young bucks, y'all come in the league. I'm gonna figure it out. I got it. And then you come in here and do absolutely nothing. He's looking at bus material to me, because you get sent to the G League multiple times. You're looking at bus.
I said that. If I'm the Golden State Warriors, I'd rather invest my time with Gary Payton and Wiseman.
I would too. The Los Angeles Clippers were involved in a 3-team deal that sent John Wall back to Houston Rockets, which is hilarious for Eric Gordon. The Memphis Grizzlies also sent Danny Green to the Rockets for Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard.
Gentlemen. Well, first of all, let's just have a quick laugh about John Wall going back to Houston after he said that's a horrible franchise. John.
He's so petty.
But my thing is, though,
he wasn't lying, but still.
the Clippers are low down and dirty for that.
They so dirty.
They dirty.
I don't understand why they got rid of him.
And you brought back Eric Gordon, somebody that you traded to Houston.
Think about it, man.
Originally, think about it. Eric Gordon was in LA at first, and you traded him to Houston.
One of them can shoot, one can't. What'd you say, Tone?
Are they really wrong? We're talking about the same man who sat there, did nothing, and got 42 mil.
What you get? The black man getting paid? It's February. It's February.
Who has to pay the black man? Oh yeah, go back over there where you don't like it at. Be unhappy. You fucked us.
Okay, my question for you, gentlemen: the Clippers. But another little transaction they made too. They traded Reggie Jackson to Charlotte, and Charlotte they picked up Mason Plumlee. Is that Jackson is now, and the Hornets are working on a buyout. Plumlee, whatever. I'm a Christian man, so I'm not gonna do what I want to do.
I'm just laughing at Kesey non-verbals, bro.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I said non-verbal. But when you said basic, I'm like, just a look.
Jackson and the Hornets are working on a buyout.
You trying to roll up?
On this Saturday night.
Know what he's doing for the Super Bowl.
Oh boy. Anyways, what are the Clippers doing?
I don't know, but it doesn't surprise me that Michael Jordan bought them out because they're tanking. They want that number 1 pick. They don't want nobody to help.
But my thing is, everybody think that kid is going to be this and that. No.
He not.
It don't matter. The hype says you're the number 1 pick.
I know.
And that's what people want.
Just like OKC. Look where they at now. Off their number 1 pick.
They in line to get Bronny, so we'll see what happens with
Chet.
that.
Where's Chet? They ain't played a game yet.
He got hurt. That's your boy fault.
Po kid.
He stepped on his ankle, broke it.
You got stepped on. You didn't step on and roll your ankle. You got stepped on.
What, we got another Jaja Pachulia in the NBA?
Probably.
No.
What do you got?
Odin.
So who do you think?
Greg Oden.
I just named off a bunch of trades. Who won this trade deadline?
Phoenix got the best deal out of everybody.
Really?
They got KD.
I think they got KD, but I think the Bucks won, to be honest with you.
No, because they only picked up one more player and they were already good without him.
We just talked about how the Phoenix Suns, number one, they needed KD. They needed him.
Yeah, they did.
That's number one. Number two, we talked about how them getting rid of part of that core for KD was not going to help them in the long run.
But my thing is, anytime you pick up KD, you automatically get an A. If you can get KD anyway, you automatically get an A.
Yes and no, because Brooklyn got KD, and they see what that ended up being.
But that was because it was so much chaos in the whole organization.
That's true. Phoenix is on the upright. They just got bought by another billionaire, but who cares? By the way, Jerry,
did
it
go through?
Yeah, it went through. The day he got picked up, it went through. The next day.
I'm surprised you didn't have that clip of Jay Will.
What?
It's in Stephen A.
What talking
happened?
about? So they got into an argument. They got into a heated argument, and Jay, you know what? Jay tried to pull tried to be passive aggressive, but it was too late.
Jay Williams,
Yeah.
he
the
tried
former
to be,
Bull star.
yeah. Why you act like you don't know he an analyst?
Because there's so many Jay Williams, and there's so
Yeah.
many. in the
So,
NFL.
but he tried to pull try to be he tried to pull what's that?
Passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive. He tried to be passive aggressive with Stephen A. and it didn't work.
Stephen A. is a punk too, man.
Here we go.
What happened?
So they were talking about Kyrie, which we kind
And
of
you know how Stephen A. get.
when Stephen A.
When
talking
you
about,
get to talk
you
about
talking
Kyrie.
about Kyrie, you make it seem like it's personal. I'm like, no, that's not personal. You sure it seems like it's kind of personal? And then because Jay kept saying what he kept saying, what I find interesting is he always sticking up for Kyrie. Kyrie is a clown. You want to talk about a punk? Kyrie's a clown.
I'm sick of y'all bashing Kyrie. Okay, he did his part, but that organization played a big part in that too.
They're a
Don't-
terrible organization.
Don't you dare keep blaming him. And that's what Jay Williams was trying to say. Stop putting all the blame on Kyrie because part of that was his. Like Jay Will said, even though Kyrie couldn't play home games, he was still able to play away games. And the organization told him, no, you're not playing no away games. So all the games he missed wasn't technically all his fault.
I
Well,
signed your
And they got a lawsuit against the city of New York right now
Uh-huh.
because of that mandate where you lose your job if you didn't get vaccinated. And now the whole city has a lawsuit against them. So all of that stuff that was in place
Mhm.
is really backfiring on all of New York that was in part of that.
Not really, because New York is not to go politics, New York is a heavy Democratic state. Democrats tend to side with science, and cities can have their own sort of rules and mandates. Thank you. So like the state of Wisconsin, for example, is extremely conservative at our Supreme Court, right? They tossed out the mask mandate.
Mhm.
But what did the city of Milwaukee do?
It's still
They
a
put in
mandate.
their own. So that's nothing. That's just to make
I'm just saying
I see what you're saying, Kesey, but don't.
it's not
sit
all
here.
his fault. I agree. When are we gonna stop bashing him about it? We bashed him for hold on. We
Go ahead.
bashed him for months, and I bashed him too
Mhm.
for it.
Mhm.
But when are we gonna start putting some of that blame on the organization?
So-
When?
Never.
Time
Hold on
out.
a second. Hold on a second. You want to put the blame? First of all, it wasn't an organizational thing. It was a city thing. So Kyrie's fighting the city on this. But my thing about this is this: you ask your boy to come to Brooklyn with you. You said we don't need a head coach. You were the one putting anti-symptomatic statements out there. Said whatever.
Semitic.
Anti-Semitic comments out there.
I
You
love
did that.
bro.
My thing is, you gonna do all of this, and then one of the first things Kyrie did when he got to Dallas, he took down his
He
apology.
deleted his apology.
Kyrie-
Offended all those people.
Kyrie want to do what Kyrie want to do, but he still want all the money. Now, I can see if you're one of these guys who's going to protest against the NBA, who's going to protest against all this stuff like that. Why wouldn't we blame you, Kyrie? Who else we going to blame? Well, we're not blaming the organization. You've done this in every organization you've been with. Cleveland, Boston, Brooklyn. You're going to do it to Dallas if they give you opportunity
Blame
to.
whoever you want, but at the end of the day, it's enough is enough, right?
Ain't no enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
I'm going to
Enough
bash
is
you
enough.
until you prove differently.
Enough is enough.
Everybody has a tag. Guess what KD tag is?
Enough is enough.
Beta. You're a beta. And guess what he's doing? Being a beta. I'm going to another winning situation and hope they take me to the finals.
Yeah. Well,
Call it what you want.
I'm gonna tell you like this though, man. I'm not bashing Kyrie because of his vaccine beliefs, right? You do you. I'm bashing Kyrie because he's just a terrible teammate. He's a terrible teammate.
I get it.
I mean, he dogged every franchise he's gone to. He's dogged. We agree with that. We talked about this. Let's not act like we didn't.
I'm not disagreeing of his mistakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying it's how Stephen A. goes about it. You know how Stephen A. gets.
He goes in on him.
Oh,
He goes in on them,
Uh-huh.
and he don't let up.
That's his job.
Stephen A. is a lot like Skip Bayless when it comes to certain.
Yeah, he goes in on people.
Oh yeah,
It's not personal. That's his job,
No,
though.
that's personal.
No, that's
That's
his job.
personal.
That's his job.
That's personal.
See, this is the thing, though. When he praises somebody that you like, it's cool.
He criticizes LeBron more than he criticizes anybody.
You talking about Skip? Or you talking about
Skip and Stephen A.
Stephen A. praises LeBron and he criticizes him?
He criticizes him more than he praises him.
Now, when
But he ain't as ignorant
he just go
as
this
that
thing,
mother over there.
you know, we're not going to spend another 20 minutes on these people. We're not going to do that.
I tell you that.
I'm gonna leave it there.
And if Skip was right here in my face, I'd tell him he's a mother.
I'm sure you will.
Who do you like in the All-Star game?
These.
I'm gonna talk to an mature adult. I'm gonna talk to the mature adult in her room.
Players.
No, I didn't know this. I didn't know this, but Giannis is 0-2 versus LeBron.
He is.
I didn't know that. I didn't notice it. So
LeBron does what he does best. He drafts super teams. What do you expect?
wow.
He drafts Steph Curry.
Wow.
Come on.
I honestly
Response?
I got Giannis. I'm glad you didn't take the bait, Keezy.
I didn't.
I'm hoping Team Giannis win.
We don't know the teams yet.
I know, but
We don't know the teams yet. They got a draft.
I know.
That's crazy.
Let me ask you, okay, hey, let me ask you this question real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Because we haven't really had a chance to talk about the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Who's
Thank
the
y'all for sticking with us on this special extended episode.
Appreciate that. Who's the last pick when you picking people? Because this is really a pickup game now. Because they picking up everybody in front of everybody. Who's the last person you picking up?
Oh, let me pull a roster. That's a good question.
Who's the last person I'm picking?
Who's the last person you picking?
Well, one of the people that just got added. That's for sure.
Really?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. NBA All-Star team. Well, the first pick in the draft has to go to
Steph not playing, by the way.
Steph. KD's not playing either.
KD's not playing.
If
Those are
Giannis-
usually 1-2 picks.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if Giannis gets the first pick, you know who he picking.
He said he picking Drew.
He gonna pick his teammate first.
Yeah, he can pick Drew.
So Drew Holiday's gonna be the first pick of the draft.
I said, who's going to be the last pick?
I'm about to look right
My
now.
last
Who
pick.
would your last pick be?
Luka.
He might not play. He's hurt. He has to go first. They have to pick the starters first. So the starters are in.
No,
Right.
I'm saying you still have to pick though.
No, the starters are automatic.
They're not
Then you have to-
automatic.
The starters are automatic.
They're automatically starting, but they're not automatic picks because we don't know.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but you have to pick the starters first, is what I'm saying.
You don't have to pick a starter first.
Yeah, you do.
No, they're starting no matter what.
Oh, so you're saying who are you picking in addition to the starters?
No, I'm saying who is your last pick? Let's say Jason Tatum, for instance, is the last pick. That doesn't
No.
take away from him being a starter.
No, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, I get it. I
Yes,
get
like
it. I
you're
get
you're
it.
starting regardless. That's why I said who's your last pick.
Based on this list,
First of all, you said Luka. You're petty.
but based on this list, where can we see the full rosters?
I got it.
I see the starters. I don't see the reserves.
I got it. If you on the NBA page, click rosters and then go down to All-Star roster.
Okay. Go ahead, Keith. Name off the reserves.
The reserves for the East are KD, Bam, Jaylen Brown, DeMar DeRozan, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, Pascal Siakam.
Is KD playing or is he
They're
out?
saying he in.
Okay.
For now, he reserved.
Okay.
So who's your last pick?
And for the West, there's Steph, Zion,
Steph ain't playing.
but
Zion
they got
ain't
the
playing.
extra player in here, but he's on
He's
there.
still gonna be
Oh, okay.
recognized.
Steph, Zion, Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, Paul George, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaren Jackson Jr., Dame, and Sabonis.
This is easy for me.
Who?
Tyrese Halliburton.
He's your last pick?
He's the last pick out of all them players. That's a studded lineup.
Are you sticking with B for real?
My last pick, no, for real, probably be Jared Jackson. I don't really like Jared Jackson like that.
You don't like Jerry Jackson like that?
Yeah, all right.
Double machine.
Sabonis.
Sabonis is last
Sabonis
He's not
my
a
last
double
pick.
machine
over Julius
because
Randle.
he's only averaging 6.
Julius Randle on his All-Star team?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
No.
Yes.
yeah, yes.
Let me see that.
You gonna pick Pascal Siakam?
Oh, that lemon pepper smells great.
Go down.
He a double. You gonna not pick him? Or we picking off of who we like?
You know, who's your last pick?
Halliburton.
Officially, your last pick.
Halliburton.
I'm going Jared.
No, it's not that. I mean,
I'm going
Sabonis,
Jared.
hitters.
I'm going Jared too.
From Cleveland.
No, from Memphis.
Memphis. How could I not pick a Memphis player last? But I'm gonna have to go with Halliburton.
The Milwaukee kid? Are you kidding me?
You didn't say that when he just dogging out Jordan Poole.
When?
Oh, I did.
What you say?
I said Jordan Poole is not adding up to what we thought he was going to be.
Hey, how many of them actually do?
Yeah.
Depends on who you're talking about.
Well, that's a great way to.
Well, this has been another episode of 94P podcast. Like Dre said, thanks everybody for sticking it out with us. This has been a longer episode than we anticipated, but you know how our conversations go. Agree with us?
Probably not.
That's how 94 Feet goes. You can catch us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I keep saying eventually TikTok, but we're gonna get it together. We can also catch us on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you're streaming podcasts, you can always catch us. This has been your boy Big Zeke,
Your boy Dre,
Your boy Keys.
94 Feet Nation.
Peace,
Peace.
good people.